Hello, my name is Floris de Clercq, and I would like to welcome you to the Spiritual Perspective podcast. Today's topic is about healing your perception of what you perceive to be your darkness, enemies, or disease. From the spiritual perspective, you are Source, present as the wholeness of being, peering through the eyes of the physical form you presently occupy. You are greater than any mind-created perception of darkness or any perceived disease or enemy. From the spiritual perspective, those who you perceive to be your enemies or dis-ease are your manifested teachers within the perceptual realms of time and space. They are there to help you discover and examine the filters through which you, as an individual human form, perceive and frame your experiences of your world. The key point to remember when you're in the physical realm is being aware of how you use perceptual filters and how you frame an experience. From the spiritual perspective, there are no enemies or diseases. This only happens in the realms of the mind-created universe within the simulation. Your problems, pain, difficult people, or the entities creating disharmony in your life will not leave until you have recognized them as a reflection of your unresolved self or challenges set out for you to overcome within the collective mind simulation. When you recognize that challenges are what you signed up for when you incarnated into this dense realm of the simulator, then you will recognize the game is set up to help you evolve to a greater level of awareness within the simulation called our universe. Remember, everything appears in your life because you give it permission to exist through your beliefs, thoughts, and ideas, of which most are not your own, but come to you through the realm in which you perceive reality and the programming from within the collective mind simulator. All discordant or disharmonious experiences come to you at your request as a messenger. The messenger is there to reflect how you project and perceive your reality. It is there to give you the chance to use choice. As a conscious human being, you have choice. And with choice, you can choose which filters you use to frame experiences as they appear to you in your reality. When your mind is filled with negativity, discordant thoughts and emotions, you appear to experience separation from the spiritual level and a disconnection from Source. However, this only appears this way from within the simulation. From the spiritual perspective, you are never alone. You are not separate from anything. There is always someone watching, and that someone is you as Source, aware of yourself, experiencing a physical body in a dense, contrasting environment. From the spiritual perspective, Source is present as everything perceivable. However, it's the stories within the collective mind simulation in the realm of time and space that create images and forms that appear as enemies, diseases, disharmonious entities, and the darkness in which these perceptions, devoid of Source, reside. Healing your enemy or dis-ease is about stepping out of your story and embracing the stillness within. Yes, present stillness, no time, no space, no story, just present awareness. Without your story, there is nothing or no one to heal, hate, resent, and no disease to attack you. The mind needs the story to experience relevance. However, from stillness, you can observe your thoughts, beliefs, and stories and watch how you orchestrate them to play out your drama. Remember, within the story world of time and space, you can only change something if you consciously recognize it. So, To get a clear picture of how you use perceptual filters and framing, it is helpful for you to return to your inner stillness, that focused point of present awareness. This exercise in stillness shifts your reference point of awareness out of your story and allows you to be the observer of how you perceive the form world through your perceptual senses and how you use and frame your filters of awareness. From the reference point of the observer, there is nothing to heal because everything is already complete and whole. What is perceived as unwhole, ill, diseased, or incomplete happens in the realm of the mind where individual beings perceive themselves as being separate from Source and the unconditional love that holds all harmonious perceptions of reality in place. It is the mental perception of incompleteness that must shift if wholeness and healing is to be experienced. For those of you who experience difficulties in being present in stillness and being the observer, here is a simple tip to remember and practice. When you look at people, try not to focus on the outer superficial aspects of the person, like their look, personality, or behavior, because these are all distractions related to stories within stories that are designed to suck you into the energy-draining functions within the simulation. Rather look through the person at the light at the center of their being, because this is the same light and love that is at the center of your being, the Source that is present as all that is. Recognizing the Source in those around you is acknowledging the one presence, present as all that is. This heals and returns us to the wholeness of being. So, in a nutshell, the exercise is to perceive a person through the eyes of love. From the spiritual perspective, looking at something or someone with love is returning it to wholeness. This means looking at the light within people, within yourself, within every cell of your body, and loving every aspect of who and what you are. If you get distracted and sucked into the pain, problems, and fear aspects of the human drama, you will most certainly find enemies and many to disagree with. Remember, these are the programs and stories within the simulated universe designed to distract, confuse, and even suppress you from seeing the bigger picture. However, if you are able to reframe and reinterpret what you perceive in your outer world as reflectors and teachers who are there to guide you to a greater level of awareness within the simulation, then it will be much easier to perceive and experience the wholeness of being. Resisting an enemy or disease because of fear creates more resistance and strengthens the enemy, but fearlessly understanding the enemy and its tricks renders it powerless. The enemy or the disease is the teacher using fear and stress to create lessons which will help you develop your awareness and evolve you physically, mentally, and spiritually, regardless of the final outcome. Love who and what you are, regardless of your situation. Listen, observe, and learn from your teachers who bring you pain, discomfort, or disharmony. Dialogue with them, and by this I don't mean the manifested ego, but the spirit of the situation, and ask them what it is that you have to learn. Love and bless your world, because when you do this, your world will return the love and blessings. Remember, you only ever find yourself.